And we are live. Good evening if you're here in the West Coast. Good afternoon. Good morning. Wherever the hell you are. It's Andrew back again. It's been a while. It's good to see everybody. A little bit of a change in the setup here. It's still not done. A work in progress. But we'll talk more about that as the live stream goes on. I hope everybody's doing okay. I was in New York last week. A lot of stuff I got to see. I attended a press briefing. We'll talk about that. Back here in Las Vegas, getting ready for CES. If it actually happens, I think it will. So we'll see what happens. Some big names have already pulled out. So we'll see what happens. But I have all my meetings set. Everything looking good so far. I'm not really too worried about it. It is what it is. We live in a very strange times, as they say. So there we go. So I see we already have 22 of you. We got 2 likes. Do me a favor, people. Hit that like button. Don't forget that'll help get it spread out over YouTube. And don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, do me that favor. Subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot of good stuff on the way. I just took delivery of this. This is the HP Spectre x360. I know some of you have probably already watched the video. It's doing very well. You can see myself there. Let me put that down. Really, really good stuff so far. Good to see Raphael here. How are you, my friend? One of the moderators, of course. And there's Michael Sweeney. You have the 2020 HP Spectre, the 15.6-inch 4K OLED. Looking forward to seeing what's new. Grendel's here. Good to see you, my friend. Matt Thayer's here once again. Howdy from Southern California. Yeah, right now it's 6:34 p.m. Pacific time, 9:34 Eastern time. Christmas in Vegas is definitely on my list, according to Mad Max. So good to see everybody. Just so a bit of housekeeping. Super stickers, super chats are open. Memberships are open. That, of course, helps support the channel on a monthly basis. So hopefully everybody can help do that. It was a pretty interesting year here in 2021 as we ended and enter into 2022. A lot of interesting stuff. It was a little bit of a down year. It was a little bit of ups and downs, but my channel grew nonetheless. We hit 120,000. Right now we have 121,000 subscribers. So things are looking good in that regard. And we're also going to hit 26 million views probably within the next week or so. So that's been pretty good as well. CES. So before we get to talk about the HP, let me just tell you about CES, and we'll get to the laptop in a moment. I'm here in Las Vegas, so I am scheduled to attend, and I'm looking forward to it. I've got my meeting set up with the different brands. So I'm going to meet with Lenovo, HP. I've already met with Dell. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then I will also meet with MSI, among other brands and so forth. So I will be able to bring you all the latest and greatest. So that's coming up as well. I see we have 22 watching. I'm not expecting a lot of people. I didn't plan this live stream. I was putting the studio together here, and I'll have a studio tour very soon on that. So stay tuned. That's coming. But as far as the CES is concerned, there's a lot of news, a lot of chatter on Twitter regarding whether or not they should stop the show amid the Omicron outbreak here in the United States. So a lot of the mainstream media is not coming, which I think is good. I'm glad Verge is not going to go. I'm glad Engadget's not going to go. I'm glad CNET's not going to go. It's time to let us independent creators get some attention, get the job done. And I think that's where the future is. I think that's where people are coming now to get their information. So I think I'm right on that. I think other creators such as Lon.tv, Lon Seidman, he's a good guy. He's going as well. A bunch of other creators I'm going to see at the show as well. So it should be pretty good. Is Dell coming? Yeah, all right. So I went to New York this past week to see what was new. I cannot tell you about certain things, but I can tell you this. From what I've seen at the press briefing that I attended in New York, very exciting stuff. And I'm going to leave it there because there will be an announcement very, very soon, and I will have some stuff on that very soon, so stay tuned for that. But I did already check out what Dell has, and without giving away anything, because I'm not allowed to, there are a lot of stuff that I am looking forward to, both from XPS line, both from the Alienware line. We'll have more on that very soon. So Nikki Lombardo, I know you've been asking, stay tuned, that's coming. Now, as far as what the channel is doing now, I put new floors here in the studio. I'll have a camera. I'll show you in a studio tour very soon. It's not finished yet, but that is coming. Now, as far as Michael Sweeney's comment, that's because my info is always accessible. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very nice of you to say. That's very nice of you to say. But I was very impressed with what Dell did. Now, I gotta say, I have a very good relationship with Dell, and they're a great organization to work with. Same could be said of Lenovo, HP, that I work with as well, and other brands. MSI has been very good to work with lately. So I have nothing but respect for them, and I was very impressed with what they showed as far as what's coming in the new year. So that's going to be good. And as far as the channel is concerned, so I just did this. This is the Spectre x360, the 16-inch. I'm pretty much the first one to have this. I bought it. I did not get it from HP. I went to Best Buy. I spent about, I think, $1,600 and change with tax here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I spent about $1,700. So I could put myself down there. $1,700, not cheap, but what we're looking at here is a Core i7-11390H. That's a H processor from Intel, a 11th Gen Tiger Lake, which is the Evo certification on it, as you see. It is also a processor that is a 45-watt processor, and liking it a lot. Now, this is a new color. This is called Nocturne Blue. It has celestial blue accents. And if you check out my unboxing and first look review, which was quite long, I know that, 22 minutes. I don't know why it was this long, but it just happened to be that long. And it really is doing well, actually. So if you didn't check it out, head on over to my channel after the live stream. Check it out. It might be worthwhile. Now, as far as this is concerned, we're looking at a 3K plus display, and yes, it is a fingerprint magnet. You probably can tell on the video. 3K plus display, that's 3072 by 1920. And with this, you're going to see a pretty nice display here. Now, good coverage of the color gamut. I had no problem, 100% sRGB. Good coverage as far as a good color accuracy, under 2. I think I got 1.13, something like that. But anyway, very good. Anything below 2 is considered color accurate. Very good in terms of the display, as far as it's an anti-reflection display, although you will notice it with my studio lights here, you will notice glare and reflections. It's not eliminated, that's for sure. Good to see you, my friend Jeremy. Good to see you. Yes, new studio looks great. Yeah, I'm going to talk more about that studio very, very soon. It's not quite ready yet. I will have pictures to hang, photos to hang, stuff like that. So that's coming. But as far as the Spectre is concerned, we have quad speakers on it. Sound very good. I will talk more about that in the full review. A little bit of a wobble here, not too bad. Good hinges on it. All metal. Really good keyboard. Let's take a top-down shot here. I'm really liking this. I would say this is about 1.5 millimeters of key travel. And I think the tactile feedback was very good on it. The layout's good. There is no numpad on this model. So if those of you looking for a numpad, you're going to have to go to the Envy line. That has a numpad option. This does not have a 10-key numpad. So for those number crunchers, you might be out of luck on this one. There is some changes to the gem cut design. It's a little bit more rounded edges this time around. You could probably see it here. You could sort of see it there. I don't want to pull any wires out. But yes, a little bit easier, more comfortable to hold, I think. About 4.5 pounds we're looking at here. That's going to be a little bit heavy to use in tablet mode, but overall pretty portable, so you can put it in your bag. Been pretty impressed with it. Now, the pen, as you see here, sticks magnetically, and it's pretty secure, okay? It's pretty secure. Now, the one in the U.S., I'm not sure outside the U.S., the one in the U.S. has the pen included along with that full leather carrying sleeve, which I think is a great value add. So I appreciate that, Raphael. There is the link for those in the chat if you want to check out my unboxing and first look review. This is the pen, Microsoft Pen Protocol. I believe it's 2.0. I'm pretty sure that it is. You're looking at, I think, 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity. You're also getting charge. You could charge via USB-C. You don't have to hunt for batteries. Sticks magnetically, as I said, to the side here. Not bad, not bad. And now, as far as the SSD, that is user accessible, meaning you can upgrade it yourself. Now, this has 512 gigabytes of SSD storage. It's the Optane memory. It's Intel Optane with 32 gigabytes of memory attached to that. I'm not the biggest fan, if you watched my channel in the past, of Optane memory, but not bad. I saw good reads and writes on it. If you saw the video, you can check that out. I'll talk more about it soon. No Alder Lake option for this yet. I would anticipate with Alder Lake about to be released, which is the 12th gen Intel processor. I think we'll see that early next year. I've got some previews on some stuff I cannot talk about, so it's hard for me to tell you right now, but I am very, very excited about Alder Lake. It's coming, and I have a lot of good stuff coming, Jeremy, so stay tuned. That's coming to the studio. So I'm under embargo, so I have to be very careful what I say. But having said that, it's very, very good. Yeah, good to see you, Tech Realm. Interesting how they rounded the gem cut design. I agree. I think it's a little bit more comfortable in the hand. I think it was a little bit more sharper edges, a little bit less comfortable, I think, in the previous generations. But I think it is pretty good in terms of comfortable as far as ergonomics and how comfortable it is in your hand. So I think it's been pretty good. I've been very happy with it. Now, I don't have the one with the OLED display. That is an option. It's a UHD plus resolution. This is the 3K IPS display, 3K plus really. The OLED will have a 3420 by 2400. They're both 16:10 aspect ratios. And the thing about this is that it's a very nice display, but the OLED will have better resolution. So if you're color grading, you're doing stuff like that, I think you're going to be happier with that, although this isn't bad. And it also has, this doesn't have the discrete GPU option, which would be the NVIDIA RTX 3050. So if you're a gamer, if you're going to do 4K video editing, I would highly recommend going with that model. But this model is a good general purpose laptop. I think you're going to be great for doing Microsoft Office, email, web browsing, consuming media, and there you go. Now, Grendel, go check out my video. I measured just under 400 nits. I think I got 396 as far as the brightness. They claim 400. So very, very good display. How would I describe the color? Well, so it's called Nocturne Blue. It's a dark blue. It's got celestial blue accents is what they're calling it. I would say it's a very classy color. I like the way it looks, although it is a fingerprint magnet. You can already see I've got a lot of fingerprints on it. There's the logo. It's not gold accents this time around. They're calling it celestial blue accents, whatever that means. But I think it's a nice color, and I think you'll be able to get it in Nightfall Black as well. So there you go. So hopefully, Martino, that answers your question. We have 29 of you watching. I'm not expecting a lot of people tonight. I did not plan this. I just felt like going live as I was setting up the studio. Armstrong Tech, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for the review of the Surface Laptop Studio. I love it. If I had a choice between the Apple 16-inch Pro Max or the Studio, I would choose the Surface Studio. I have both. Very, very interesting, Armstrong Tech, rather. Yeah, I mean, look, I like the MacBook Pro 16. It's just not for the people that are doing gaming, who want to do upgrades, who want to run Linux, who want to do all the things that a lot of the kind of people on my channel want to do. So I think that is a big difference. And of course, with the Surface Laptop Studio, you get the touch screen, you get the pull forward design, and so forth. So Jeremy, I'm here at so the CES conference will be starting in 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks. It's going to be January 5th to the 8th, but I have some media events that I'm going to attend prior to that. So I will have some great content for you. So stay tuned, Jeremy. Good stuff. I was in New York. I went to the Dell. So Dell is not coming to CES. They decided, and I think very smartly, to fly all the press into New York. And we were able to check out a lot of great stuff. So I have a lot of good video coverage of it. That's going to be coming once that's done. Now, Jeremy, the refresh rate is 60 hertz. So one of my negatives, or in the cons I put in the con section of this video, was that it doesn't have a higher refresh rate option. We've been seeing 120 hertz in something like the Surface Laptop Studio, for instance, or the Surface Pro 8, or other laptops. We've seen 90 hertz on some of the Lenovo's that I reviewed. This is 60 hertz. Now, the trade-off, of course, is with a 60 hertz display, you're going to get better battery life. Battery life, I haven't fully tested on this. It has a 6-cell, 83 watt-hour battery. I'm thinking 7-8 hours at a minimum, but again, I need to do my further testing with it. I'll have more on that in the upcoming full review. But as far as a higher refresh rate, it would have been nice, but again, at what cost? Because that would have definitely hit the battery pretty hard with a higher refresh rate. So something to be aware of, but it would have been nice to have it as an option. And I wouldn't be surprised next year if we see an option, a higher refresh rate option. Why does HP charge $500 plus for 16 gigabytes of RAM? Because they can. They soldered it into the motherboard, meaning it's not user upgradable. So a little bit of a negative, of course, but that is not so uncommon. Apple doesn't let you upgrade anything. We know that. So I guess having the ability to change out the SSD is great, and also the Wi-Fi card is upgradable. But the RAM, that's soldered in. So, and I guess it's to keep it pretty thin, I guess. But again, I would rather have a little bit thicker device, maybe put a little bit bigger battery even, but of course, give us the ability to upgrade. Now, according to Michael Sweeney, the 2020 Nightfall Black with the gold trim matches my gold MacBook Air M1. Right. So that was a very nice design with the gem cut and the Nightfall Black with the gold trim. We all love that. They've been using that for the last few years. And this is something a little bit different. This is something a little bit different with this Nocturne Blue. I'm a big fan of it. I like it a lot. Now, they used to have another blue. I think they called it, God, I don't remember. Was it Obsidian Blue? I don't remember what the name. No, it was somebody in the chat, if you know, what was the blue color? I reviewed it. It's like a lighter, it's like a pale blue. But anyway, it was pretty good. But nonetheless, I'm really liking this Nocturne Blue, although it is a fingerprint magnet. There you go, Tech Round, Poseidon Blue. That is right. Good to see Robert. Happy holidays, Robert. Great that you could stop in to see the chat. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you, my friend. Happy holidays. Good to see Grendel saying that it's Poseidon. Good to see you also, by the way. And Raphael, thank you. People, just to check in with you, hit the like button. Let's get this spread out over YouTube. I know I didn't plan anything, so I'm not expecting big numbers in terms of how many people show up today, but 39 of you are watching. We only have 20 likes. What's the deal, people? Don't embarrass me, please. There you go. So if you can do that. Yeah, thank you, my friend. All right, so Demno Techmaster, you're waiting for the Spectre x316 with the Alder Lake, the x360 16-inch with Alder Lake H45 with discrete GPU and OLED screen. I would expect that next year when we see Alder Lake start rolling out. But right now, this is the only one I can get, and this was delayed quite a bit, actually. And I didn't get this, for those joining us late, I didn't get this from HP. I do expect to get, hopefully, the one with the OLED and the discrete GPU, the RTX 3050 from HP at some point. But this is the one with the integrated Iris Xe graphics and with the 3K plus IPS display that you see here. Very deep blacks. It's very nice. I'm very impressed with it. There is some wobble, but I think you'll find that in most 2-in-1 convertibles, you're going to have screen wobble. I don't think it's anything we can avoid, right? So there you go. But it's really good to see you. I can't believe we've already done this 21 minutes, almost 22 minutes. Very, very good. So please hit the like button, people. I have 29 likes, 39 of you watching. So how has everybody been? I know it's been a while for those joining us late. I wanted to get a live stream in because I missed you guys. I've been away. I went to New York. I saw the Dell stuff, as I talked about, got a chance to see some family back home in New York. And then, of course, I was able to go to some really good restaurants in New York as well. I had soup dumplings. I went to Chinatown. And if anybody's ever in Chinatown, you can go over to Joe Shanghai, which is a very famous place that made the soup dumpling pretty famous, and it's pretty good. I'm glad, Raphael, you're liking the live stream. Very, very good. Good to see you, Michael Bird. How are you? Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. And we got our first super chat from our good buddy, Duck Vision. All right. $5. And good to see you, Duck. Missed you as well. And good to see that you're here. And I plan to do more consistent stuff as the new year starts. Finishing the studio. The floors look great. You can sort of see some of the floors in the background. It's called Twilight. I don't know if you can see it better here. I got a rug there, but not ready. I'm going to have photos put in the back of me. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, so we're going to get there. How is it in the Big Apple? Well, so for those that you are from New York, I'm sure, they have the keys to NYC, they call it, or the key to NYC. So you have to be, you have to have at least one, or now by the time 27th rolls around, you have to have 2 shots of the vaccine in order to go to restaurants or indoor activities. So it was okay, to be honest. I think only one restaurant asked me to show my my proof of vaccination. It was kind of weird, actually, but maybe it was just a fluke thing. But yes, you do have to show vaccination. It was okay. New York's recovering. A lot of I was in Soho. A lot of shuttered stores, storefronts. I was kind of a little bit taken aback by that. A lot of homeless was still there, but I still love the city. It still looked great, and it was good to be back. Best 2-in-1, David Smith, best 2-in-1 in 2021. So I'm going to do my end of the year awards this week, actually. So that's probably the next video. So there you go. As you know, I've been busy as well as the remodel. Yeah, I've been busy, Duck Vision, with this remodel. A lot of changes you're going to see. And we'll do a formal studio tour, I promise. We'll do it, unlike last time where I promised and I never got to it because it was never really finished. Now we're getting it finished. Michael Bird just purchased the NV x360 15T for the house. Looking forward to it. Had a sale. HP had a great sale on it, so I think you're going to be happy with it. A lot of people bought that. Good to see that. Now, as far as Rafael Perez, if anyone missed my review, thank you, Rafael. Check out that link in the description, or check out that link in the chat, I should say. You could check it out. Good to see Tech for Your Needs in the house. How are you, my friend? And then we have Elia Sorvetto. Greetings from Italy. Buongiorno or buonasera, whatever. I don't know what time it is. It's probably early in the mornings or late at night. I don't know. But anyway, very, very good stuff here, people. I'm glad to see that you're all here. 47 of you watching. We got 33 likes. Let's hit that like button. Let's get the like count up. And I don't know where that came from. I think so the HP is connected via HDMI, and I don't know why that just started to play back here. So I have the live stream going there. Let's minimize that. Very, very happy with this. I will have more on the HP very soon. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I will test it. I still have to test gaming. I still have to test thermals. I still have to test the battery life, as I mentioned. So a lot of stuff still needs to be done on that. Make more videos, HP Spectre 16. Yes, I will have the full review on that. I will have some comparison videos on that. I will have more live streams on that. So I will, you'll definitely be happy with that. Excuse me. Loving the videos, great content. Any idea when the P1 Gen 4 video? That is coming, not the next video, but the video after. I'm a little bit behind, but it's on my schedule. So stay tuned. I know a lot of you liked that P1 video. It did pretty well. Jeremy saying, Andrew, I liked your video a couple of weeks ago on the MSI Creator Z16. It does look like a very good Windows MacBook alternative. Yeah, I liked it. The one thing I didn't like about it was the upgradability, a little bit more difficult than the other situations we get with the competitors. So I would have liked to have seen a little bit easier rather than have to remove the motherboard and have to do all that. So a little bit more complicated. Now, I do have something that just came today from MSI. It's the Msi Delta 15, which looks pretty interesting. It's got a Ryzen 7 in it. It's got the Radeon, I want to say the 6700 or the 6750 Radeon graphics from AMD. That's my first look at that one, actually. So I will have that hopefully very soon as well. Am I going to be doing, according to Tech, top laptops of 2021 end of year? Yes, I am planning on that. Hopefully, in a few days, I will have that. I'm almost done with that. Yes. Do you see more tech companies coming out with 1080p webcams in 2022, Andrew? And yes, I do see them, and I'm seeing very good stuff. I can't talk about what I saw from Dell, but I can tell you it's good. Speaking of the webcam, and that's a good segue, let's take a look at the one on this one because I was impressed with it, and we can take a look at it here. I'm connected right now to the HP Spectre, and this is a 1080p 5 megapixel webcam, and I think to me this is the best, right? Now, I am using the Z Fold. We'll talk about that in a moment, Robert. But this webcam is actually pretty good. And I like the microphones on this as well. I thought they did a good job of noise compression, noise cancellation, background noise. I thought they did a good job. Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely good quality. I agree, Robert. Now, the thing with this one is there's the beauty mode. Where did I see that? So if I go here, there's a button on the keyboard that calls up sort of like an app launcher, and I like what they did here. You can sort of see it here. You can actually see it here. And I'm going to bring up the HP Command Center. Okay. And with the HP Command Center, I think I can control the camera, the webcam. And so they're calling this the Glam Cam. So I'm going to do the camera preview here. I have to close this first. Hold on. So let me go here. And there we go. So the Glam Cam opens up a lot of possibilities as far as the beauty mode, although I'm not a beauty, but I do look great, right? No. And then there's auto frame. So it keeps me within the frame. I think it's supposed to move with me or something. Auto frame. I don't know. Anyway, I got lighting correction connected here, selected. Now, there's also some security features, as you see here. It's got the walk-away lock, wake on approach, attention tracking, and shoulder surfing. So shoulder surfing is if somebody's over your shoulder trying to see what's on your display, and you got the porn going, or you're talking to your girlfriend and you don't want your wife to see. So I'm kidding, people. You don't want to see them to see what you're doing. Hey, fuck it, man. This is the After Dark show. But anyway, you get my drift here. You know what I'm talking about. No, Robert, you look great. You don't need a Glam Cam. I need the Glam Cam. So there you go. But I gotta say, all kidding aside, it's definitely a nice camera on this. I'm pretty pretty impressed with it. So pretty good. So let me know what you guys think. Side chick. Now, Carl, don't talk. We can't talk about those things here. I'm a happily married man. Yeah, the porn, kidding. I'm not kidding. I do like the porn. Now, who am I kidding? No, I'm kidding. Let's get some laughter here. And by the way, for those of you in my studio right now, I have somebody helping me put everything together. He's a good guy. He's trying not to laugh. But anyway, by the way, that's the other thing. I have more help. We're going to do more gaming stuff. I have somebody who's pretty good at the gaming. So we're going to have a lot of good stuff coming. I'm glad you all like the porn stuff. Good. Does the key travel feel shallower on the Spectre 16? No, I actually think it's a little bit better, actually. So I'm figuring from my experience with other keyboards and so forth, about 1.5 millimeters. So I can zoom in. Again, you can see the fingerprint it's a fingerprint magnet. I think it's about 1.5 millimeters. So there you go. Yeah. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, that's for sure. So are you going to review the new Dell camera? Yes, I am. I actually have that shot. I just have to edit that. And I will show it in a Dell video I have coming up. I have the Inspiron 7415 2-in-1. I have that. I do show the cameras. I do show the Dell 4K camera in there. We'll talk about that very soon. Thanks for reminding me. Will I be reviewing gaming laptops in 2022? Absolutely. In fact, I just took delivery, as I mentioned earlier, from the MSI. From MSI, I got the MSI Delta 15. I've got a tower here, ladies and gentlemen, that I cannot tell you about. I'm looking at it. In fact, somebody's actually playing it from a big manufacturer. I will not say who. And it is unbelievable. If I told you the specs right now, you'd be freaking out right now. But I can't, unfortunately. But there you go. Oh, my God. A super chat from Robert. $200. What? Holy wow. Robert, you know what? Once again, you have proved to be the super most generous person I think I know. So thank you very much, Robert. Merry Christmas to you. That is amazing. The David family can now eat. We can now, I'm kidding. I'm kidding about the porn. I'm kidding about the thing. But Robert, all kidding aside, thank you. That is very super generous. I really was. And yes, the studio is almost done here. You can sort of see a different background. By the way, for those wondering, we are streaming 1080p, 60 frames per second. We got 49 of you watching. And Robert certainly made the holiday season, that's for sure. So I'm glad I was able to come onto the live stream tonight because I wanted to say hello. I haven't seen everybody in a long time. So I figured, what the hell, let's just go live. I always seem to like be hesitant at first, which I shouldn't. But I did because, I didn't do it in a while. I almost think, did I forget how to live stream? But of course not. I know how to do it. Raphael is letting everybody know. Hit the like button, people. Subscribe. Share the channel to all your favorite social media. I appreciate that, Robert and Raphael. Any hopes for the 2022 update for the HP Folio with a processor that's actually usable? So I do anticipate they're going to update that. I know NVIDIA has been working on a new chip that we're going to see. So hopefully that will get it. It's, in fact, just as an interesting tidbit here, fun fact, I only wanted to take with me to New York things that are 5G or 4G LTE connected. I took the HP Elite Folio, which has the which had had LTE, and I took the HP. What did I take? I took the HP Dragonfly Max with the 5G, and the reason I took that one is because of the 5G on that. Dale D with the super sticker. Thank you very much, my friend. I didn't want to laugh at you. I wanted to give you the applause. There you go. I hit the wrong button. That's my rust coming off from not doing a live stream in a while. But I did take those laptops with me, and I was always connected, so it worked very well. Both laptops worked very well. And I found that the HP Elite Folio was great, a great travel companion. It was a great experience in terms of battery life. I thought it worked well. Having the always-on connection was great, especially in the airport and so forth. It was great. I had no complaints. So Dale, who just gave us a super sticker, just stated, I just purchased the Surface Studio laptop and I like it a lot. Knowing that you know about the new Dell XPS 13, should I keep the MS Surface or send it back or wait on the Dell? So all right. Now I cannot tell you what I saw. So that's number one. What I can tell you is they're different devices, because the Surface Studio laptop is a 2-in-1 type device. The Dell 13 that you're talking about, the one I looked at last year, is a clamshell. Now, as far as what's coming in 2022 that's going to be announced, I can only say stay tuned. I cannot tell you any more than that. We've got another super chat from Pavessa Morgan, or PVSA Morgan, $10. All right. So this is becoming a very lucrative very lucrative live stream, my friends. Thank you. I appreciate it. All joking aside, I do appreciate the support for those that watch the channel, subscribe, give super stickers, super chats, so forth. So I really do appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you and your family. I guess it's PVSA. I want to say Pavisa, but either way, Mr. Morgan, thank you very much. Jeremy's asking, do you think the Spectre is a better 2-in-1 than the MSI Summit E13 Flip Evo, which I reviewed and I loved? The MSI was one of the best 2-in-1s I've seen you review in a while, and I agree. That is underrated. That is a very underrated, under-the-radar 2-in-1. If you didn't see it, go over to my channel. About a month ago, I think I reviewed it, and it was really, really good. So I liked it. Is it better than the Spectre? In some ways it is, in some ways it isn't. Now, let me zoom out here. I could talk more about that. There is a 16-inch version of the MSI Flip Evo, but I don't have that. I think it is coming. I see something in my FedEx that is coming from MSI. I have a feeling that might be the one they were talking about, might be the 16-inch version. If that's the case, then I will be doing a head-to-head on these two, which they would be direct competitors. So stay tuned. So Jeremy, yes, I think that is a great, and thank you for that super chat. That was a great 2-in-1 convertible. I definitely like that. Asan Malik, what do you think of the Spectre 16 4K OLED in battery? So I don't think you'll do as well in battery, and especially with OLED. That's been the par for the course. Although if you use a black background, that does help. But always expect less battery life when you choose OLED. So Michael Sweeney is getting on his OLED about 6 to 7 hours, which isn't bad. That's actually pretty good. So there you go. And then we've got Gone Off My Rocker watching on the Spectre x360. I am glad you're watching, and welcome and thank you. All right, MSI Summit got a better pen, I guess. I like the pen. Now, the pen on this one, and let me show you. So the pen on this one, and I showed it earlier, pretty good. We've seen this one before. You know, it supports the tilt function. It does all that stuff. It's basically like uses the same technology as a Surface Pen, that type of thing. It's okay, but there are third-party alternatives that gives you a little bit more functionality, I guess. I'm not a digital artist. There are better people out there, more qualified than I am to talk about the pen. I could just tell you my experience inking on it, taking notes. It's all worked well. I have had no issues. The MSI Summit. So again, I don't know if it's a better pen. I do like the pen that they did supply for that one. That was pretty good. So we have 67 of you watching, so we're getting a little bit momentum, this impromptu live stream. For those joining us late, it's Andrew back again, back from New York, getting ready for CES 2022 here in Las Vegas. If it's going on, I think it's going to continue. I think and I said this earlier, I am glad that the mainstream media, all the corporate media, the Verges, the Engadgets, the CNETs, good riddance. I don't want to see them there. Independent creators, independent content creators who are covering stuff like me, Lon.tv, and all these other great creators. We're going to get the attention. We're the future. We're going to cover this goddamn show. if it goes on. But we're going to cover the show, and I'm going to bring you as best as I can, as I always do, right? I do the best I can. I'm not beholden to the corporate masters that they are. I'm not any of the bullshit that they do. I just tell you like it is, people. Good, the bad, and the ugly, all right? So that's what you get with me. I'm a straight shooter. You know that. All right. We have 43 likes, 64 people watching. If you can do me the solid, let's get those thumbs up. Let's get it going, people. Duck Vision says, buy an external battery bank if you're going to own a beautiful OLED laptop and can't be plugged in constantly. That is one option to go with, of course, and there's some good options out there. Maybe I'll do a comparison of different battery banks and stuff like that. They're always offering me this stuff, just have no time. Yeah, people hit the like button. And Raphael, glad you agree. When can we get the new ZenBook Flip 14 OLED in action? As soon as Asa sends me one, that would be great. Independent news media, 100% news. Yeah, and you know, I don't do a lot of news stuff. I do what's current, and I'm a very review heavy oriented in my channel, but I do cover what's going on. I got my finger on the pulse. I don't like the Verges. I don't like the Engadgets. I think they lost their way. That's old school media. Independent content creators, that's the future. And I think you're seeing that. That's why a channel like mine is growing. You got Lisa doing her thing over at Mobile Tech Review. You got Just Josh, who's doing very well. You've got Jared's Tech, he's great. You got Tech Tablets with Chris over there. I don't care about these 3-4 million subscriber channels that have sold out. My channel stays genuine, straight shooter. I tell you like it is. Again, like I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm glad you like that, Robert. Do I have the Dell's Webcam Concept Parry, the new one attached to the anywhere in your screen? I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that, to be honest with you, Armstrong. So don't bait me here. I can't tell you what I saw, and I can't tell you what I have. I don't know about Parry, though. Maybe that one I might be able. I don't want to take a chance. Let me see. I got to look. I got to see. Okay. That's all I can say. Andrew is up to date on what's going on with tech. You know, I don't always tell you this, but I do have meetings with a lot of the big brands. So I do have my finger on the pulse. I don't always tell you everything, who approaches me, who contacts me, who picks my brain. And I have meetings set up over at CES that is upcoming that is going to be very interesting as far as what we can expect in 2022. So Armstrong, don't do this to me. You know I hate this. Come on, stop it. Mark Zetiev, that's a yes. I'm not going to talk about any of this stuff. Again, I'm under embargo. I am not going to break the embargo. I've got too much at stake with these companies. So I have no comment on that. All right. Andrew, have you heard anything about the Yoga? Have I heard anything about the Yoga Slim 7 Pro 16? Sounds good. Yes, I'm very interested in that. I'm going to probably see something with Lenovo. Again, I don't have anything concrete, and I might be on embargo on that as well. I will be meeting with them very, very soon, so I expect to hopefully see something, so we'll see. Martino agrees. He says, I agree with you on these points about the independent reviewers. So tired of the big guys. The Verge has become so biased. That's shit, man. The Verge is such a sellout. They're so corporate, and they have to bow. And now they're trying to sabotage the CES show. If you go on Twitter, they're saying, oh, they're congratulating everybody from pulling out and doing all this. Listen, I understand there are risks going to a show like this. I'm taking a risk to go to a show like this. But that doesn't mean life can't go on, right? It doesn't mean that safety precautions cannot be had, which they're undertaking. But anything, you're going outside your door, you're at a risk of getting something. So for them to say, oh, they should just cancel CES, that's not, I don't know if that's a fair assessment. I don't know about that. Just because they're not going to do it, just because Engadget's not going to do it, CNET, they're shit. I've left them a long time ago in the dust. I don't even look at them anymore. I don't follow them. All the mainstream media, it's garbage. Let's be honest. And they try to manipulate the narrative to try to skew to their clickbait and to all their shit that they're doing. And the bottom line is, independent creators like myself and others who are doing it, we're in the trenches, are bringing you real, honest information. And that's the one you can go up against. It's time to have a revolution against the paid corporate schmucks. Do your own thing. Thank you. I agree. I am glad they all pulled out. Okay? I'm glad they all pulled out. I don't want to see them. I want to be able to get my time with the brands and with the different companies and so forth that I have scheduled, and I'm going to be able to talk to them, and I'm going to be able to have more time with them, and I'm going to be able to give the right information to you. So there you go. Oh, CNET's garbage, Raphael. I don't watch them. And you remember when they did that hatchet job on the Surface Laptop Studio, which they called a review? That was just shit. It was garbage. It was garbage, people, and it pissed me off. And we can curse. We're in the After Dark show. I don't give a you know what. But that was a total train wreck of a review. And I don't care if people say, well, that's a companion piece to the written piece. The written piece was garbage. That's not a review. You want a review? Come to my channel. You'll see a review. That's how you do it. Thank you. I appreciate that, Armstrong Tech. Have I heard any rumblings of the new XPS 13 with Alder Lake? Well, Jeremy, I just told you I cannot talk about what I saw at the Dell thing. So I'm going to have a no comment on that. Wink, wink. We should be drinking here, but I sent my assistant upstairs, but there's nothing in the refrigerator but champagne. Maybe we should pop the champagne. I don't know. But maybe we'll save that for New Year's. Maybe we'll do something on New Year's. We'll see. Hey, Andrew, let's go, Brandon. I love it. I'm all joking aside, people. I'm going to be there. I'm taking the risk. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm taking the risk every day I go to my job, right? So I'm not afraid. I live my life. I got the vaccination. I'm going to wear a mask. I'm going to take all the precautions that I can. I'm living here in Vegas. It's not like I have to travel on a plane. So for me, it's a matter of getting to where I need to go. And probably the reality is I'm going to be in these private suites with the brands. So these are private meetings. So it's going to be a lot safer, or hopefully more safer than being with the general crowds and so forth. I appreciate that, Raphael. And not everybody has to agree with me on the mainstream media. I'm glad they pulled out, people. I'm glad they pulled out. They don't have they don't want to do it, don't do it. I don't need them there. We don't need them there. They're not providing anything. They're just making hand over fist in terms of money, and they're using the people, and I'm just glad that independent creators like myself are able to be put in a position of covering an event like that. So and there you see Max the dog, who wanted to make an appearance, sort of make an appearance. He's behind me, now he's in front of me. But so that's my take on it. I didn't mean to go on a rant. I didn't mean to hope I didn't offend anybody. But the bottom line is, life is a total gamble and a game, and you got to play it. And that is very, very well said by Duck Vision. Well, Andrew, you're the only tech subscriber I'm subscribed to, and fuck CNET and other companies like them who are corporate whores. And, you know, Jeremy, I agree. I agree. They are corporate whores. And the reason I say that is because they've sold out a long time ago. I had tremendous respect for CNET many, many years ago. I was a big fan. Before I even got into this tech business, I was a big fan of CNET. And I would religiously check out their website. I would watch their videos when they were, I guess, good, if you want to call them. I look back, maybe they weren't so good. But the bottom line is I had some respect for them. Same for Engadget and all this other crap. But the bottom line is they've become sellouts. They really are sellouts, and they just follow like sheep. So when one pulled out, the other pulled out. So you got CNET pulling out. You had Engadget. You had all these companies, these mainstream media pulling out, Wall Street Journal, whatever. I don't care. I'm glad. Let them not come to CNET, to the CES. That's better for us real content creators who bring you real information, real reviews, and that's how you do it. Brian Tong used to be with the Apple Byte. I remember he left CNET and went independent. And that's more respect to him. I think he did the right decision. A lot of these people left, didn't want to be beholden to their corporate masters, so they left. And right now, we're seeing what I think is a revolution. I think a shift in the paradigm. And I think what we're seeing now is mainstream media is being pushed to the side as being marginalized or being irrelevant, and these independent creators, reviewers like myself, we're more relevant now. And even if you don't watch me, you can watch other independent creators. I'm not beholden to the corporate masters. I don't have to answer to anybody. You know who I answer to? You guys. That's who I answer to. If something doesn't work, I try what works. I try what you respond to. And that's simple, and as simple as that. It's not a complicated formula here. And there you go. When you start seeing pop-up video spam on their website, that's when you know it's time to stop watching their content. I long time ago cut that off. When I saw those pop-ups and I saw the shit, the pay-for-play kind of shit, you know, I just got out of there, and I don't want to be part of that. Linus Tech Tips is quickly becoming another CNET. You know, another one, a really tremendous amount of respect for Linus and what he did. He built a huge channel, millions upon millions of subscribers. But with the sponsored stuff and the ads and all this. Now, I run ads on my videos through the AdSense through Google, but that's it. I'm not even doing that many sponsored videos. Maybe I've done 1 or 2 or 3 this year, and that's it. But everything seems to be sponsored now. So, Raphael, I appreciate that. You appreciate the hard work. I know you do it. I know you do it for all your subs. I do it because I love it, you know, and I really appreciate the community we've built here. And I think it's really something special, and I'm really happy about that. So we got 62 of you watching. We have 60 likes. I am glad I am back, and we are able to go live tonight. So we took a look a little bit already of the Spectre X360. I'm going to have a full review on this in the next few days. Let me get this finished. I hope to get one with the OLED and with the discrete GPU in, hopefully very soon. You can see very fast Windows Hello camera. It's an IR camera. And there you go. Is YouTube your full-time gig? I would say it's 50-50 right now. I do half this and half my day job. I consider it a full-time already. I mean, I'm that busy. I've got that many products to review. So, and I could do it. I just have to find the right time to do it, to go full-time. But right now, I have no plans on doing that. I'm very happy with my day job. I'm very happy doing this as well. I know it's a lot of time and it takes a lot of money, but to me, this works. For me, it works. So it allows me to do both. So there you go. All the Twit podcasts are scared to go anywhere. They said they are not going to CS2. Good. I don't want to see them. They're another has-been, Twit, with Leo and all them. You know, again, old guard, let them go, let them not go, let them hide. I'm living my life. I'm going. I'll take the risk. I'm going to take all the precautions. I'm going to do everything as prudently as possible. But there's no guarantees in life, my friends. So you got to live your life. That's the way I look at it, and you don't have to agree with me. You can have a different view. You could think that the show should not be on. I think a smaller show is better. I think the fact that the mainstream media won't be there will be better. Andrew, I believe that anyone who is so-called mainstream media are corporate whores to some degree. They have corporate backers, sponsors who they do not want to offend. CNN, Fox News. Yeah, I mean, exactly. They have to answer to the corporate masters. I don't. I loved your casino movie with Joe Pesci. Well, let me tell you something. You think I'm a clown? Do I amuse you? What's so funny about me? What's so effing funny about... Anyway, one of my favorite movies. I always get that. People think I look like Robert De Niro. I know that. I don't get there's not a day that goes by that I don't get the Robert De Niro comment one time or another. Live your life, my friends. I agree, Duck Vision. And I'm happy you agree, Robert. Laugh out loud. What's so fucking funny about me? Am I a clown? Do I amuse you? That was a great line from one of my favorite films, of course, which is Goodfellas, also by Martin Scorsese, one of my favorite movies. All right. How does this compare to the Asus ROG M16? Do you have a chance to review that one? I don't have that one. I reached out to Asus. Hopefully I will get one, but end of year is already here. I'm hoping on the next version I'll get that. What makes Dell laptops so expensive as compared to other companies like Asus with the exact same configurations? Although Dell are more reliable, but still, it's the material is used, but it just comes to, reach and market share and stuff, and they can dictate a little bit more, I guess. But Asus makes some great laptops. Dell makes some great laptops, has great choices. Competition always spurs innovation. So to me, there you go. I get Jack Nicholson. Oh, so you get Jack Nicholson comments. All right, that's good. Do you feel Gigabyte makes good laptops? I reached out to Gigabyte. They were supposed to send me a laptop, but then they disappeared. I don't know whatever happened to them. I'm not chasing anymore. I got so many brands I'm working with. I don't chase. If you want to send me the stuff, I'm happy to work with you, but I'm not chasing anymore. I gave up on Microsoft. They promised me review units, and then I never heard back from them. So I just go out and buy them. That's it. Simple as that. How does this compare to the LG Gram 16 2-in-1? Again, LG is another one I don't have. They sent me the Gram that I reviewed last year. Never heard back from them this year. I did speak to them. They didn't have a review unit, so I didn't review that one, unfortunately. We're approaching an hour. We got 56 minutes. I don't want to go more than an hour tonight, people, so let's start wrapping things up soon. Uncle Andrew over here being gangsta. Yeah, it's this is the After Dark show. We can curse, we can drink, we can do whatever we want, and we can just let it air out. No formalities here. But again, I don't mean to get on a soapbox and say, hey, we should just hide in our houses I understand it's a risk you take. There's health and safety precautions you have to take. But from what I understand, and the people at the Consumer Electronics Show, they're going to take all the precautions. There's a lot of extra precautions being taken. We're all vaccinated. We're going to be tested before we even enter the thing. So the thing is, you're probably going to be as safe as you are anywhere else. I don't think it's going to be that much different. In fact, it's probably going to be even safer in some regards. It just depends if you use common sense and, you take the necessary precautions. You don't do anything foolish. And I think you're going to take a risk anytime you leave the house. That's my view on that. Just live your life, but live it smartly. Take the precautions you need to take, but do it in a prudent manner. Dell and Asus usually have the most pull on the most recent tech. Dell has the money to get the new tech, and Asus has the perks of making their own hardware. Yeah, I think that's very well put, actually, Dark Vision. That's a very good synopsis of how this machinations work between these brands and so forth. So yeah, I agree. All right, we're at 58 minutes. Only can take a couple more questions. I'm glad you liked it, Raphael. Walmart has the Gateway Core i5 11th Gen 16 NVMe SSD for $450. Could be a fun review. Yeah, I remember I did the Walmart one. I did the Gateway, remember? I think it was last year. Did surprisingly well. It didn't start off well. It didn't get many views, but then it spiked. It got a little bit of a second wind on that video. I think maybe I got over 30,000 views on that, actually. So as we round out the year and as we round out this live stream, again, we hit 121,000 subscribers. We're going to hit 26 million views. It's been a great ride, ladies and gentlemen, this year with ups and downs. But I think in the end of the day, at the end of the year, we had growth. I didn't grow as fast as I did last year, but I still had growth nonetheless. I think people are down on tech in general. We see tech YouTube views down across the board for most creators. So I think we did pretty well, and I look forward to the new year and what it brings. So drink, yes, look at the NFL games, 60,000 plus, so live, fun, and have fun. Yeah, you have to. You have to. And I think on that note, people, I think we're going to call it a live stream because it was a impromptu. We did an hour. I want to thank the moderators once again for doing such a great job. And I want to thank everybody who came and showed up today. Yes, you don't own a single Dell, Robert. Asus, Lenovo, MSI, and Apple covers all the bases for you. So definitely understand that. That's for sure. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I will see everybody. I have a new video coming hopefully in the next day or so. I'll try to do a live stream in the weekend, but if I don't see you, have a happy and healthy holiday, and I will see you in the next year, but hopefully we'll do something before that. Everybody, see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.